ready to begin the meetings? Please. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Okay, the minutes, when you're ready, I'll take a motion.
Make a motion to accept the minutes of the previous meeting.
Second.
Somebody second.
Oh, second?
Can I, even though I wasn't here, can I just still second?
Yes.
Okay, I second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, so moved. Karen, we're ready for you.
Alrighty. Okay. The month of, I have the January attendance in front of us. We had, I think this may be a repeat of the last meeting. I'm not really sure why I got mixed up with my reporting. But anyway, January accomplishments saw numerous children's programs, movies, the Lego contest, Kids Craft Club. We also had the beginnings of the second teen book group, and we had a couple of kids show up for that, so we're looking forward to greater success with that. As far as ongoing programs that have been happening, the knitting continues to be very popular, as well as the movie matinees and the book discussion, which happens on the first Thursday of the month. Going forward, and just about all of the children's programs I'd like to add have been, and the young adult book group are sponsored by Friends of the Library, so we thank them for their great generosity. Upcoming programs coming up in the month of March, I wanted to mention that I will be mounting an exhibit of cross-stitch needlework done by the late Milda Soderman. John Eric Soderman generously lent us numerous of her counted cross-stitch and cross-stitch needlework that were hanging in his house. And I'm hoping to keep that up through the month of April because she was prolific in her work, and she did series of birds and like an Audubon series. I'd like to put that up in April. Yes, so that will be going up probably Friday and stay up as long as possible. He is moving and planning to move, so as long as he generously keeps it at the library. He was thrilled to bring it in.
Nice.
Did a little bio on his late wife, and he said he was tickled pink that we asked him.
Very nice tribute to
Yeah.
her.
Exactly, exactly. You wouldn't believe. Wait till you see the work.
Can't wait.
Yes, and there's probably at least 50.
Oh my
So
God.
I don't have the, I don't
That's
have the
great.
hangers for 50, but it's fine. I'll hang up the first, say, 25 or so, and go from there. Yes. As far as children's goings on in the month of March, we have our ongoing, we have a reading program called Ready, Set, Read. It's March 1st through March 31st. Children can stop in the children's room, collect their reading logs, complete them, and at the end of March, enter to win a prize. Spring Storytime registration begins on Tuesday, March 8th already. Tuesdays and Wednesdays, nothing's changed as far as the times and ages. Tuesdays and Wednesdays at 10:30 are 3 to 6 year olds. Thursdays and Fridays at 10:30 are 1 to 3 years old with an adult. And registration is in the children's room. Kids Craft Club is Monday, March 14th, 6:30 to 7:15, and that is registration required. We would like people to register in the children's room, and that is sponsored by Friends of the Library as well. We have a new event going on, which is the very last minute thing that I darted in here. The Dudley Easter egg hunt, the first annual, I hope. will take place at the library inside, so rain or shine. It will be Monday, March 21st from 4 to 6:30 in the children's room. That's registration, and there's no registration. It is a collaborative effort. The Dudley Recreation Committee, newly formed Dudley Recreation Committee, approached Miss Kathy, and she approached me. I said, yes, we would love to work collaboratively with them on as many things as they will have us working with them on. And so they cooked up this wonderful plan to have the Easter egg hunt in the children's room. So that's Monday, March 21st, 4 to 6:30. I hope we have a big turnout.
I bet you will.
Yes, I think you will too.
They won't be.
Is there any age range for that?
You're too old.
I'm too old.
Yeah.
Sorry, Jerry.
Not accept that, but nevertheless,
For the Easter egg hunt.
I understand.
Well, I mean, I don't anticipate that there's a limit, but, probably through 5th grade anyway. Since that's pretty much the age group that, kindergarten through 5th grade. We have family movie night on Monday, March 28th at 6 o'clock. They'll be showing the Lorax. There's no registration. Children must be accompanied by an adult, and we will provide popcorn. Another wonderful event that we have planned for March is Thursday, March 31st, 3:30 to 5, is a Lego engineering demo. This is by a company called Playwell Technologies, and they're coming into the library. They're going to put on a demo. This is part of an initiative between the Dudley Charlton Regional School District STEAM coordinator, who approached us about doing, working collaboratively. We thought it was a great idea. STEAM, for those of you who do not know that acronym, is Science, Technology, Engineering, Arts, and Mathematics. And it's a big deal. We're hoping to do more programs of this nature with the coordinator, Karen Aries. She's very dynamic. We're really looking forward to working with her. She was contacted by this company. They come in and it's a Lego engineering demo.
That's cool.
And it's hands-on with the kids. It's registration. The minimum is 10 kids in order to put the program on. The demo will take place, I believe, regardless. But we do ask that people register their children. It's grades 4 through 6, so 4, 5, and 6. They can register in the children's room. And this company, Playwell Technologies, is going to come in and pretty much run the program. They have done this in numerous schools and libraries across the country. And we're looking forward to this. If we get a positive response, we're going to propose it as a program in the fall. And it'll be, I think it's either 6 or 8 weeks long.
Wow.
Run by Playwell. And so it encourages, basically science, technology, engineering. We're excited about this.
Is there any cost for that?
Not for the demo. The demo is to gauge interest. If we find that there's interest, there will be a cost, and we will be applying for a grant for this. There will probably be some charge to the families, but not the full charge. We felt that it was enough money that it might put people off,
Sure.
understandably. But we certainly have numerous avenues to pursue as far as funding. So we will, work on that as well. The Pokemon Yu-Gi-Oh! Club is running every Thursday now from 3:30 to 5 in the children's room. It is facilitated by Harrison Records. He's a volunteer at the library, and he's been doing a great job, so thanks to Harrison. Let's see, and we have a couple of ongoing programs, the 15-Minute Readers Club and the 1,000 Books Before Kindergarten. These are both reading programs that kids can come in and register in the children's room, and those are ongoing. There's milestone incentives for the kids, and it encourages reading at a very early age. On page 2, The Teen Book Club will meet next on March 7th, 6 to 7. This teen book group is sponsored by Friends of the Library, and they get pizza, and they talk about books they've read that they enjoyed, books that they'd like to read. We're still getting a sense of how we want to structure it, so I encourage any teen in grades 6 through 12 to show up. There's no registration, I don't think. Registration is required. I apologize. That's so we know how much pizza to order. By calling the library or visiting the circulation desk. Certainly, if you haven't registered, come on down anyway. We'll be happy to take you. We're really looking for members for this group. But so far, so good. Also sponsored by Friends of the Library.
Karen, are events like that publicized, like at the school, or they on a bulletin board and stuff?
Yes, they go in their virtual backpacks.
Oh, okay.
That's the thing they do. Yeah,
Just want to make sure it's
not like
encouraged.
the old day. Yes, we are, and this is the other neat thing about working with the STEAM coordinator at the schools is that we've got a connection there now as well.
Yeah, that's
So
good.
it's very important. So we'll get there. They're busy. Kids are so busy.
Yeah, I know.
Anyway, we had two show the first. Let's see, we've had two book groups so far, teen book groups, January 4th and February 1st. The 4th, I believe we had 2, and I think on the 1st we had 4. So this is how these kinds of things grow. Word of mouth is your best advertisement. So I'm very optimistic about this. The Youth Advisory Council, we tried that in the morning during vacation, and we didn't get very much response, although that was widely publicized. And so we're trying on March 21st at 6:15 in the evening. That's a Monday. There is no registration for this. Hot cocoa and munchies will be served. We're looking for teens to come and tell us their ideas for things they'd like to see at the library. And I encourage anyone who has any ideas to show up. Nothing is too far out. We'll consider just about anything. That is sponsored by Friends of the Library as well. Going on in the adult programming, we have our usual Monday movie matinees, Mondays at 1 o'clock. There's no registration, and we do provide popcorn. In the month of March, we'll be showing in succession Princess Bride. That was canceled from a snow day. Singin' in the Rain on the 14th. On the 21st, The Age of Adeline. And on the 28th, Ruthless People. And this is always a mix of movies, classics, things that have been recommended to me by attendees, so on and so forth. Every Monday at 6, we have our ongoing literacy cafe for those needing assistance with the English language. And that's been actually getting very good response lately. We've had like 7 and 8 people showing up. It's very low-key, casual for people who are, looking to improve their English language skills, whether they're new to this country or not. And it's no registration, drop in, and it's a wonderful program that's sponsored by Literacy Volunteers of South Central Massachusetts. We have our knitting group every Friday from 10 to 12, no registration. And this month, and we also have chair yoga still going on through March 9th. So we have 2 more Wednesdays of chair yoga. If you haven't already attended, there's still time. It runs from 10:30 to 11:30. We just tell you to wear comfortable clothing and sneakers, something, with good traction. And so that's sponsored by Friends of the Library. And again, Wednesdays through March 9th, 10:30 to 11:30. The book discussion is Thursday, March 3rd from 6 to 7. And the book we're going to be discussing this month is a book by the actor Tony Danza. I'd like to apologize to every teacher I ever had. There's more to the title, but I didn't have any room left. And it's about his year as a teacher in a Philadelphia High school,
Mhm.
exactly. I believe he was teaching 10th grade English. And I've started reading it, and I'm listening to it, so I'm enjoying the audiobook because, you know, he's got the accent.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's great, though. It's making me laugh to see, you know, how he thought this was what he wanted to do, and you know, he was learning how difficult it was to actually step in and be a teacher. Apparently, he had his degree, and he was going down that path before he took a turn and became a boxer and an actor. So very enjoyable. Looking forward to that. There's no registration for these book discussions. They're the first Thursday at 6 o'clock, and refreshments are provided. Now, I saved the best for last. In coordination with our genealogy group, on Thursday, March 24th, we are pleased to welcome author Kevin Gardner. Kevin will be speaking on discovering New England stone walls. He has written a book called The Granite Kiss, among other books, about New England stone walls. He'll be presenting on the history, technique, stylistic development, and aesthetics of New England stone walls. And apparently, while he's talking about his book, he brings stones and kind of, you know, on a small scale, and builds a stone wall right there on the table.
Really?
Yeah. And he will have copies of The Granite Kiss available for purchase and signing.
And when is that?
That is on Thursday, March 24th, from 6 to 7:30 in the Fells Room. And that will be the genealogy meeting as well. So that, since it's, you know, history related, so we're really looking forward to that. And that is sponsored by Friends of the Library as well. In assorted news, any questions on programming? Okay, time's up. Assorted items, Dudley Women's Club. I received a request from the Women's Club and also the Conservation Land Trust. They are asking to use the library front entry as a staging area for their summer garden tour, which is slated to take place on Saturday, July 16th, with a rain date of Sunday, July 17th. The library need not be open. They're just kind of looking for somewhere with parking that they can set up their table and give people instructions as to where to go, so on and so forth. I will be there if you approve me, you know, allowing them the use. I will be more than happy to go in and spend the time.
I mean, it's fine with me. I don't see that there are any issues with it. I told them that I wanted to just run it by you. I didn't think it required a vote or anything like that. I just used my good judgment. I don't have to open the library. It's kind of a, you know, we're supporting local women's groups. I think I'm hoping I get to visit some of the gardens. Me too.
I love these things.
I'm doing the most here.
Are you?
Yeah.
Good. It's really neat too. I think that the tickets for the sale go to the, you know, women's club, and they supply scholarships and all kinds of good
Yeah,
things.
they
So
do. Actually, it's a joint effort. It's some of the proceeds will be going to each of the organizations.
oh, great.
Yeah.
Yeah. What a wonderful idea. And is this the first one?
No, I believe the first was last year, so
Oh,
it will
great.
be their second.
Oh, very good. Was it popular and
Yes,
well
it
attended?
was.
Oh,
It
I
was,
bet.
yeah.
People love going to visit gardens. I love it. I get some great ideas. So I'll let them know that that's okay, and I will plan to be at the library one of those days, weather permitting. Hopefully it won't rain both days.
Rain's good for the garden, you know?
Right, exactly. I just wanted to also mention that Kathy will be attending the South County Community Partnership Literacy Fair again. This is a yearly thing that she's gone the last at least couple of years. Sets up a table, does crafts, and it's a great
Yeah.
promotion for the library, and it also helps out South County Community Partnership. They hold the story times at our library on Mondays, which is parents, grandparents, and me. And so they just basically use our facility, but we support them in this effort. So, yeah.
Where is it, the fair?
It's in Oxford, and I don't know where it is, oddly enough. I should know that. There is a poster in the library, and I do believe it's on our website calendar. If it's not, I'll make sure it is. Is it at the Oxford Library? It might be. But check our website or call the library.
They're open Saturdays, so it's a possibility.
Yeah, I'm not positive about that.
Well, they were, I mean.
I'm
What's the SSCP stand for?
South County Community Partnership.
Oh, so it's not the literacy folks. So.
No, nope. No, that was my mistake.
Okay. Oh, no,
I got my initials mixed up.
Oh. About the Lego thing, I just had a real eye on it. I was up visiting my grandchildren, and my son-in-law was complaining about a lot of Lego knockoffs. They look like Legos, and they, obviously they can't call themselves Legos, but they have the same design, and they're totally, if they're not Legos with the R, and they're very inferior. He bought a baseball thing for his 5-year-old son, and parts just fall off, and they're not user-friendly, and they're very delicate compared to Lego. He was saying how good Legos are in comparison to the knockoffs. And so all I'm saying is, I don't know if there's any danger here, and not danger, but just to know, I guess, if it's really, they're really Legos. As
They're the real
opposed to,
thing.
Yeah, okay. That's.
And Jerry's not being paid by Lego to say this. I just want to point that
out. It was an eye-opener. I mean,
yeah.
And you can see the difference. He showed me how things,
That's interesting.
hands would come off and things would fall over. They just weren't sturdy.
Yeah.
And they just didn't work the way, and it was very frustrating for my grandson, because he's a baseball fanatic. And David Ortiz's glove would stay on his hand, and he was not happy. It's not like it's, what about the big people? What about the kids not enjoying it if it's not the
Or
real deal?
swallowing tiny parts because they're falling off.
I'm sorry?
Or swallowing tiny parts because they're falling
Well,
off.
that's fine. As long as it's
Speaking of Lego, this is just a contest. We had a Lego contest at the library in February, and it's winding down, but people do have until Monday, close of business, to vote for their favorite Lego structure. And if you haven't gotten into the library to cast your vote and see some of the structures that were made by these kids, please take a moment to go down. There's probably a dozen or so. They're all arrayed on the children's circulation desk, and some of them are quite elaborate.
They really are.
Don't you have some in the window? On the
And
lobby?
we also have a display right now. The young man's name escapes me, but it's on loan, and he comes in and visits it every now and then, and I can tell he wants it back pretty soon. But they're all like the Washington Monument and the Leaning Tower of Pisa, and those are kits that you buy and put together, but they're no less complicated to put together. So really it boggles my mind. And I believe this Playwell Technologies that's coming in March, I think theirs has an engineering bent to it. So I think they also have robotics and things like that. It's crazy. So it's not the Legos that I knew.
No.
That's for sure. Anyway, but thanks for that.
I'm just honest.
Info.
And I don't want to say anything because I don't know who the company would be showing me different. And you couldn't, without really expecting it, you couldn't tell the difference until you started using it. That's the point.
Well, they use the Lego logo, so I'm
Yeah,
quite
they have
certain.
It'd be the real deal.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, I will double check on where the Oxford Literacy Fair is, and I will make sure that goes up on our website calendar. Thanks for that, Debbie. As far as financial goes, I just found out today that I will be meeting with the town administrator at some point next week to go through the first pass of the budget, proposed
I sent
budget.
you the time and date. Did you get it?
I haven't looked at.
Oh,
I've
it's in
been
your email.
a
I think
whirling
it's Tuesday,
dervish.
but I'm not much percent.
All right. I am gone most of Tuesday.
Maybe
Anyway,
you can switch with somebody else because there's 6 departments, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday.
Yeah.
And the times are on the email, so
Oh,
I figured
okay.
if someone couldn't make it, they could switch with someone else.
yeah. All right. I will, anyway, I will be in touch and let you know when that review is taking place. I found out today that the sign was, they were thinking they were going to come and install the sign either tomorrow or Friday. And again, it's weather dependent, and apparently it's supposed to rain tomorrow still, which is great with me because I had taken a vacation day tomorrow. And I really wanted to take it off, but I didn't want to be gone when the sign was being installed. So Mother Nature obliged me this time around.
Exactly.
And then Joel was saying, well, we don't really, it's a 2-day process, and they don't want to start it on a Friday and have something, and leave it half finished and then pick it up Monday. So we're looking at Monday at this point. Monday the 29th, God willing, and Mother Nature willing. Okay.
Speaking of work, is the road been a problem? Have you detected any less people coming in and complaining about access to the library with all that road work? And not that we can do anything about it, I'm just wondering, well.
No, we have been crazy busy.
Okay.
We did have some patrons that were a little confused.
Well, that's the first time I saw it. I wasn't sure that I could get turned in, because of the detour sign.
They haven't been, the company hasn't been super great about letting me know when they're going to close the road and also my driveway.
Yeah. Well, that's a
So I
scenic one
didn't
out
know one day until a patron came in and said, how do I get out?
Yeah.
You can't.
How
I'm
many
stuck
people realize
at the
that?
library. But we just directed them. Dennis and Hector came down and dragged some signs with them, and we just directed people around the back of the
Yeah.
library. So far we've been able to work with them and around them, and I think, well, today they did switch over the gas main. They came in and did I turn that back on? They had us turn off the boiler and the hot water heater and the rooftop unit, and they switched over the gas. They flushed the pipes or whatever, and they switched over the gas to the new pipe, and everything went back on. National Grid came back in, switched everything back on, checked everything. Everything appears to be working okay, and I think they're pretty close to being finished with at least our neck of the woods. Brandon Road and Schofield Avenue, I believe, is done. So that's according to the chap that came in today. So beyond that, I don't know. But as far as inconvenience goes, minimal, I would say.
Well, I witnessed a couple of people going down the hill, on the entrance.
Yeah, we had to direct people down the hill because both exits on Brandon Road were closed due to, they were basically digging up the road. And it didn't matter which exit you went out, you couldn't go out. So the ingress and egress was through, the hill. It was, it wasn't great, but there's no choice in the matter. So, and it wasn't for very long. There was a few hours. So they've been pretty good. And we've tried to point people in the right direction with signs. Anyway, it appears to be passed.
Good.
So,
Good.
let's see. Oh my golly, I'm done.
Yeah. Not quite.
Oh,
Ah,
yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
So this is as of last week. And so, not too many changes. I mean, let's see. I'm thinking. Try to keep an eye on the quarterly, when I get down to the end of March. I'm hoping that I'm at least remotely close to 25% left. We'll probably be under that by a bit, but not nearly what we were last year,
Sure.
so fingers crossed. So.
Any questions on anything, anyone?
I haven't reconciled the special accounts yet, but there was no problem the time before this. Sometimes I don't get to that every single time, but I usually check them just to make sure that the town accountant and I are on the same page. And we usually are.
Oh, is that state aid figure a known quantity now, that state aid?
Well, the first one is.
Oh.
The second one's not, I never bank on anything until that sucker is
Which shows up.
securely deposited in the account.
Yeah, exactly.
Till the check's in the mail. Well, it's tied to the state budget, so that's a moving target
It
sometimes.
is.
What else was I going to say? Oh, I had hoped to have the position description for the youth services librarian done for today, but I will have it for the next meeting.
Okay. Did you ever get a call from the contact regarding the projector?
No,
I had a
and
feeling that would happen. Okay, let me try him again.
thank you.
All right. Maybe someone else. Yeah. Okay.
I just want to let you know that I am out tomorrow.
Okay.
The day off.
Oh, with the bills, I didn't see an email.
Well, I brought them with
We
me.
have them here, so we'll sign them.
There you go.
Yeah. Okay.
Problem
So,
solved.
anything additional? I know for Richard and for me this year, we will need to have nominating papers, so those will be ready on March 7th. So I will make sure that he knows.
Oh, Richard's
So
good.
we need to get
There must be
signatures.
still somebody else. Isn't it two every?
Yeah, Richard, yeah.
You, oh, you, oh,
Yep.
okay.
Mhm. Okay, well, if we have nothing else, then we'll have a motion to adjourn, please.
So moved.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Meeting adjourned.